Me too. There. Me?
What are you going to say to me? Okay, there we go. Excellent. Okay, there. Okay. Does that look okay, Val? Okay. You're live.
Hi, good evening. We're at the KMVT studios here, and we're at an open house, and we're going to see all the new equipment. And I'm sitting here with Shelley Wolf, who's the executive director, who's in charge of all this. And exactly what are we doing tonight? Tell our viewers.
Sure. Well, tonight's a very exciting time for us. We have a Cupertino open house, or just a general open house in general, for the public to get to know what we've accomplished in the last year. Last year in January, we organized a digital campaign to upgrade our analog equipment, and due to the great support of our volunteers, the City of Los Altos, and the City of Cupertino, we've been able to upgrade our equipment. So what does that mean, right? We have a brand new switcher, which is digital not only for our control room, but also for our truck, as well as a digital playback system. With those digital tools, we are now able to do many new functions, and tonight during this live production, we're going to show that off. So we'll be doing some stuff with Google Hangouts, we're using our green screen, we'll be streaming live on the web, we're live right now in the studios. So it's given everybody a chance to really know what they've invested their money in. So.
Well, we enjoy it. I'm a producer here with the better part, and we're learning the features as we go along here, and the most common one we learned was we dropped all the photographs in during the show rather than in post.
Exactly.
And that makes editing faster, but it makes the guest more comfortable because she's looking at the pictures.
Absolutely.
Now, you're also technology competent. You came in and rescued us the other day. Rather than this big executive that sits in your office, you came in and you tweeted all the things and you found us to show.
Yeah, well, I enjoy equipment as well, and I feel like, the best way for our station to be successful is really for all of us to be hands-on.
How far along are we in the upgrade right now?
Right now we're about a quarter of the way there. So we've got, we're still raising funds. We're still trying to garner support out there. The next upgrades will support HD cameras. Cameras are always risky because they're changing every day, and the opportunity of, which is the right ones for the studio is always a question. And then we do a lot of sports. So this truck that's behind us tonight, we upgraded some of the equipment there, and we want to be able to upgrade to HD cameras with that as well. But those require different cameras because you're shooting long range versus shooting within the studio. So there's lots of variables to take into place when we're looking at equipment needs.
Well, you brought the TriCaster up, which we're familiar with. That's our switcher, and we compose the programs there. What's the next step?
So the next step for us is really cameras. Raising another $250,000 is the next step that would help us upgrade our cameras, begin looking at some lighting, and really upgrade our audio equipment. That's probably the next two big areas, is audio and video equipment. So with the switcher, the great part is that it was a forward piece of equipment. So it's a piece that will be very long lasting and has a lot of tools that allows us to not only use them today, but in the future as well.
Now, you have a program with students and kids. I mean, how do you trust kids with a $30,000 camera that they don't drop it on the floor?
Well, I hope I don't have a heart attack every time I see them. But at the end of the day, that's what our goal is to do. One of our little volunteers came in tonight, Paulo. He's 5.5, and he's one of our youngest volunteers. And so, you train them to understand the importance and the value of the cost of this equipment and why it's so important. And so they learn to just respect it and treat it with care, and so that's really important for us.
We were talking to one of the students one day, and it was really neat. She said, I learned doing programs that I can't do everything my way.
That's true. That's true.
What a great lesson to learn in life.
It is.
She says, I have other people around me, and we have to agree on all our stuff.
Well, we're really about team building. That's really what it's about. Working Productions is team building. Tonight, the better part, which I want to thank the better part for, number one, having one of the longest running shows here at KMVT.
Thank you.
You guys have produced over 1,000 pieces of programming.
That's correct.
And you guys rotate positions, and you guys know very well team playing is what it is. And team playing is what we're all here to do. And so tonight we've done exactly that. We've brought in a group of people to give them a tour, and your team team is running the background, so I want to thank them for that.
Well, we're very happy to do it. Thank you, Shelley, and
thank you.
Let's cut to our next interview.
Yeah, we're going to go over to Peter off of Google Hangouts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
so a little new technology.
Okay.
All right. I'm on.
Hello, I am here at KMVT at the open house in Mountain View, California, and I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout with someone, Peter. He is the chairman with the TIC Commission. Peter, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, Peter. So where are you, actually?
I'm in Boca Raton,
Boca Raton, Florida?
I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, where they have weather, not climate.
How is the weather over there?
Thunderstorming and humid.
Okay, well, be safe. I have a question. So you are the chairman of the TIC Commission. Can you explain to our viewers what the TIC Commission is?
Sure. The TIC is one of a bunch of volunteer citizen commissions in Cupertino that act as advisors to the city council and to the city staff. Stands for Technology, Information, and Communications Commission. Originally, it started out with a mission of worrying about various services like cable TV services, but it evolved over the years to being much more general, to everything from thinking about cell phone and broadband coverage in the city, to greenness, environmental soundness of the city, to issues like working with organizations like KMVT.
So how is the city of Cupertino helping KMVT financially, and why is the city doing that?
Well, the how is fairly easy. The city council was reacted positively to a request from KMVT for a grant to help them do the digital upgrade that you're utilizing today. The why is because we on the TIC and the city council saw potential value to the city of Cupertino by making it easier to do more events, to live stream events of various types, from educational to cultural to sporting. And I think we're fairly impressed by what KMVT has done so far to upgrade its facilities to make that possible.
Yes, thank you so much. And you know what? We have other fellow TIC commissioners here tonight, and they all want to say hello. See, Beverly Lenahan is here. Rick Kitson is here. Say hi, wave to your friend Peter. Thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight and answering a few questions. And have a great time in Florida.
Thank you, and good luck with the rest of the event.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, Mark. We're here at the KMVT open house showing off some of the new equipment. And Mark Fink is our librarian from the Cupertino Library, which is one of the highest volume libraries, I guess, in the county, and most likely in California. You have some experience with the public access station. How do you see it fitting in with the community and what the message you're trying to get across with the library?
Well, I think at the library, one of the things that we try and do is not only offer resources in the library, but we also try and offer a lot of programs both in the library and also we're doing more for outreach, taking the library's services and programs and message outside of the library. And I think that public access television really can help us share the message with a much larger audience, especially for people that might not be able to get to the library. By being able to tune into maybe some of our programs on TV and see what we have to offer, that offers them another opportunity.
Now you also have, electronic books, don't you have at the library now, where people can take out readers and electronic books?
Yes, we actually have quite a few. We have a lot of different kinds of information in a lot of different formats, and in addition to just the traditional books, we have DVDs, CDs. We also have a lot of content that people can access with their library card on the library's website, and that includes audiobooks, ebooks, a lot of content through our subscription databases, which provide you with really great peer-reviewed type information that you can access from your computer.
You were recently featured on one of our programs.
I was.
Getting the message out to the community. Tell me how that will help you do your job.
Well, I was honored to be on The Better Part, which is one of the local programs, and I was able to share information about the library and some of the library's programs. Some of the footage of the Cupertino Library is also featured in that particular show, so it gives people an opportunity to get a different perspective of what the library in 2013 looks like and how things have changed in the last 50 years or so, and really that the library has resources and programs for people of all ages and people of that have very different interests. And being on The Better Part allows me to talk a little bit more about some of those different resources that people may not associate with the public library.
And that goes out to many communities, so I hope they can duplicate what you're trying to do. Well, Mark, I know you have to whiz off to another meeting to help the library and the Library Foundation get rolling. And thanks for stopping by tonight. I know you squeezed this into a very tight schedule. And we have another program in mind for you for the library. Thanks again, Mark.
All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity. Okay.
Hello, I'm Diane Sparks. I'm here at the open house, and I'm standing with Rick Kitson. He's the Public Affairs Director in Cupertino. Hi, Rick.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So we're here at this wonderful open house, and we went on the tour. What do you think of the equipment here?
It's pretty impressive. It's just such an important upgrade in the equipment and technology that I think it's a great community resource, and it's certainly a resource that Cupertino is excited to have available.
I guess the control room is right behind us, but the viewing audience can see the control room here. So what do you think, how is the city of Cupertino going to benefit with this new equipment?
Well, one of the reasons that our city council approved the special grant funding, we have a long-term relationship with KMVT, but last year there was special grant funding for this technical upgrade, and with that upgrade we really see vastly improved opportunity for scalability. So there's many community events, not all of which we at the City Channel can cover, certainly not all of which the KMVT can cover, but this gives us a lot more interoperability and therefore I think a lot more community content.
So the residents will benefit from this as well as having the viewing audience benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. There's as a community of immigrants, there's so many fascinating and amazing stories and people, and we haven't even come close to begin to tell share the richness of that story.
So how did you first learn about KMVT? You've been involved for many years. How did that start?
Well, it was just about 10 years ago, and we had previously had a three-part agreement with De Anza College and the Senior Center and the city. I think Comcast was involved as well, and there were some significant budget cuts to De Anza. We needed to find a new home for community television, and it was an open question whether or not this was a service that the city needed to participate in, or were we moving to the age of desktop digital production and we didn't need to worry about it anymore. So we were looking around for alternatives. Cupertino Senior Television Productions came to the city and said we absolutely need to have a role. And KMVT actually came to us and said, think about us. We previously had not, before 2003, had not had a relationship with KMVT, but it's worked out very well.
That is wonderful to hear how the two of you, the City of Cupertino and KMVT, started. So I thank you for coming tonight to the open house and May 2013 open house here at KMVT. And thanks again for coming, Rick.
My pleasure.
Hi, we're out here in the patio pod in front of this big, wonderful KMVT truck with Shashir Shivan, who's also with the Tech Commission. and we're very happy to have your help with the Tech Commission. And how does the Tech Commission bridge between the city, the Tech Commission, and the station here, and what happens?
Right. So I think the TIC Commission has a role of an advisor to the city and the city council, right? And KMVT is a local asset in terms of local community television, right? And they went on a campaign for digital upgrade of the entire studio, the equipment, the camera, and this truck that you can see, right? And they approached the Cupertino city and 4 other cities and other organizations to raise the funds. And when they approached the city, the matter was referred to the TIC Commission to ascertain the value of it. And when we interacted with the KMVT staff and team leader and Shelley in particular, we realized that KMVT brings a lot of value not just to the Cupertino city, but to the entire citizens of Cupertino and various organizations inside it. And they can really take advantage of KMVT once it gets digitally upgraded. And and it has been a real pleasure to introduce KMVT to the city and the Cupertino citizens. So we have really seen a lot of energy, commitment to bring this asset to the city. So what we did was, after this interaction, seeing through the plan, understanding, interacting with the staff, actually coming here and visiting the studio, we realized that the part that city will be doing will be coming back to the city in a much bigger way, and there was no hesitation on part of TIC Commission and the council on our recommendation and the city to approve the grant, and that's how it worked.
Well, you were very recently on a program with the Better Part explaining how the commissions work. Tell us how that experience was in getting that type of message out to the community about the commissions in the city of Cupertino.
Yeah, so I think the various commissions on the city, like the Health and Safety Commission, the Teen Commission, the Arts Commission, the Library Commission, provides an opportunity for the citizens of Cupertino to actually contribute and be a part of the development of the city. Right? And I think what Better Part was doing was, I think they do that every year, is to bring in the new city commissioners and see what their experience has been as a result of this. Because commissioner does not have an executive responsibility, but they play a role of a liaison between the city council, and the city staff, to bring better decisions.
Would you recommend somebody volunteering to be on a commission?
I think obviously, a lot of value is there in the citizens, right? So they can add that value to make the lives better. So there are a lot of commissions that need this kind of contribution, and it's a small interview with the city council that helps them understand what role they have to play. And I think it is a very, very rewarding experience, in my opinion. I'm just here for 1 year, right? Peter, that you interviewed recently, he is in his 7th year.
Oh,
so
wow.
there are 2 terms, and I think he brings in a lot of energy. A lot of other staff members and commissioners bring in a lot of energy. So there is a lot to, learn and interact. I would have never been able to interact with Better Part or KMVT, or know that this truck can actually come to the Monta Vista High School and live stream the basketball tournament.
That's correct.
So it has been great, and I would really recommend to a lot of people to actively participate in it.
Okay, well, thank you for the interview, and I'm Phil Linehan for KMVT here at this wonderful grand opening, showing off all this wonderful new equipment, and happy to be able to use some of this equipment. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
KMVT 15 has been serving the community since the late 70s and became a nonprofit community media center in the early 80s bringing you local television programming from local volunteers. KMVT Community Media is located right here in the heart of Silicon Valley. We provide hands-on training, equipment, and airtime to our users to build community and empowerment through the expression of media. Our youth camps support hundreds of students yearly and allow their voices to be heard. KMVT has well over 100 volunteers of all ages who come into our studio each and every month to produce local programming. Programming ranges from talk shows on community issues, cooking shows, local artists, magazine news programming, and live entertainment, and much, much more. We cover over 100 sporting events, including football, softball, baseball, volleyball, and basketball. We also cover local events like the Art and Wine Festival, Veterans Memorial Day, and the Spring Parade. KMVT provides coverage of local elections, debates, and candidate statements. We offer something for everyone, whether you're a youth, adult, senior, a nonprofit business, or even a for-profit business. So why is KMVT important? Because it's programming like this that brings a community together. We also provide full hands-on training for all ages in studio production and field work, graphics, editing, and an understanding of media in a world surrounded by noise. So we ask the next time you turn on your television or you want to support an important cause, think KMVT 15, your local community television station, bringing the community together through all forms of media. Support community media and television today.
Hello, I'm Diane Sparks again, here doing another interview with Beverly Lenahan, or Beverly Siegel, sorry. So behind us is the KMVT signage using the green screen technology. So Beverly is a volunteer with the TIC Commission, and Beverly, why did you join the TIC Commission?
Well, because on the TIC Commission, I am the representative for public access television.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that public access television is very important to the community. Mm-hmm. It's the one avenue that residents and citizens have for producing programs that are of interest to themselves and their fellow citizens. Mm-hmm. Very often we think of the media as somebody out there, a bunch of people producing stuff for us to consume, but on public access television, which is KMVT, we are the media. Mm-hmm. And we have a chance to show whatever is of interest to us locally.
Sounds terrific, like you really enjoy volunteering and enjoy the group. So you meet once a month? How does that work?
Yes, we meet once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there a year now.
Mm-hmm. And how long do you serve?
4 years.
4 years, okay. And do you do any other volunteering within Cupertino?
Yes, I volunteer with a group called The Better Part, which actually is one of the producers of shows at KMVT. Mm-hmm. And we have produced over 1,000 shows mm-hmm. of interest to all of the local residents in Cupertino. Our shows are about the residents of Cupertino, the artists, the writers, the politicians.
Mm-hmm. So you come to KMVT and use the studio and equipment here to do your programs, correct?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supported by the city of Cupertino.
So what do you think of the upgrades so far?
They're great.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Yeah. So that TriCaster is pretty phenomenal,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for talking with me, Bev.
Hi, this is Phil Lenahan again for the KMVT and for the Better Part, which I'm a producer for. We're sitting here with the mayor of Cupertino. What a great thrill it is to have you here, Owen. I see you at many different events. We're going to talk a little bit about the relationship of the city and KMVT and how you see it as mayor. And you've been mayor twice, correct?
Yep, this is my second time.
So you're familiar with it over a long period of time. Tell us what you think of it and the benefits.
Well, so first of all, the city of Cupertino is really big on outsourcing things when we can. We contract with the sheriff's department. We have the county library. We use county fire. So anytime we can find a partner to fill in things that we want to do that we don't have to do ourselves and leverage resources such as the truck we have behind here, which we couldn't afford as a separate city, we like to do that. So the partnership is very important. We have our own city channel that does the government, does our council meetings and things like that. But we really count on KMVT to be out in the community and work with the schools and work with the other organizations that normally we wouldn't work with, and put on a variety of other shows, including your show. that coincidentally, long before we did partner with KMVT, when I was on the Planning Commission in 1991, I got interviewed as a new Planning Commissioner on the Better Part. So
and we also had you on for the Rotary Show.
You did have me on for the Rotary Show. So
well. How does this impact your relationship with other cities? Does this give you bragging rights or anything?
I don't know about bragging rights. Again, it's, anytime we do things, again, we're in one big integrated neighborhood. Half the time you don't know where your city stops and the other city starts. Our school district, the Cupertino Union School District, the elementary school district, covers 6 cities. And the high school district covers I don't know how many. And so, it's not this, if you're somewhere in the middle of the Midwest where the city is the school district is everything, we're not like that. We're much more integrated. So again, I think that the opportunity of sharing equipment and sharing programming, I didn't realize till today how widely distributed even your program was. I kind of just assumed it was a Cupertino program and started to hear about its broad distribution elsewhere. And many of the topics are much broader than Cupertino topics, so that's great.
Yeah, we're a video magazine, and we do everything, as I said, from varicose veins to geraniums. Now, you were just on a tour of, I don't know what you have it to compare it to, but that's some of the new equipment. We're third on our way of upgrading this whole place, so.
Yeah, I think, so the tour was very helpful in understanding. I mean, one of the reasons why we're doing the open house here is just about a year ago when we were going through our budget cycle, KMVT asked for some funding to upgrade their equipment, and our Telecommunications and Technology Information Communication Commission validated the need for that. And one of the things I was thinking as we went through here is, besides the direct benefit of that equipment, it's really re-energized the connection that we have. So we're just talking together, and that upgraded equipment facilitated that.
That's great. Well, Phil Lenahan here for KMVT and the mayor
Time
of
flies.
Cupertino. Time flies when you have a good message, buddy.
I can talk.
Great.
Announce them. Thank you. All right, Diane.
Hello. We want to thank all our hosts tonight from the Better Part, Phil Lenahan, me, Diane Sparks, and this was a wonderful open house tonight.
And thank you to the crew. We couldn't have done this without the Better Part and everybody from the city of Cupertino and Los Altos, all of our volunteers that are here tonight making this happen. I want to thank Chuck that's doing VTO tonight, and I want to thank Ernie who's here, and everybody that's here helping and making things happen. So it's been a successful night, and keep supporting our campaigns as we move forward and bring you new technologies every day.
Yay, KMVT!
Yay!
Phil, come on, hurry!